Welcome to Paul's Kitchen. This is Chef Paul. Today we're going to be doing a video on a taco bowl. It's going to be really fun, it's going to be really interesting, and it's going to taste amazing. Now, you're going to notice this is a new environment. We've recently moved because, well, nothing worked in our kitchen and our landlord wasn't interested in fixing it. He just wanted rent money but didn't want to do anything about it, so we left. So we're going to try to make this as quick and easy so you don't have to see me cook anything. I'm just going to make this easy. So first part in this, we're going to make a kind of a quasi guacamole. So I've got some avocado, some garlic, some tomatoes, and some lime. So right here I have a food processor, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the ingredients in here, and I'm going to have them all sifted up, ground up or whatever. I'm going to put a little bit of chili sauce in there. It's not hot, but it does have a little flavoring. And then I'm going to take half a lime and I'm going to put it in with it. And by the time it's done, it'll be a really good fixer. By the way, just because rice takes forever, if you're using a rice cooker, I've already got that on, and it's going to be a little while to cook. And here I got my little buddy here. Say hi. He's pretty quiet, unlike my cats who aren't really aware that I'm cooking. Otherwise, they'd be in the way. So when I'm ready with this step, I'll be back. All right, so this step's finally finished, and it's looking really good. So again, it's just a little bit of onion, garlic. I'm using 2 avocados. Some tomato. I put a little bit of chili sauce in it. It's not the hot stuff, so it's not got the hot tinge to it. You don't need to add a whole lot of spice. Because it's taco, you're going to be adding a lot of ingredients in it. So if you try to spice it like crazy, it's really going to add too much to it. So it's not worth it overall. A little bit of spice is good, a little bit of flavor, but you don't need a lot. I've got lime put over there. I'm actually using our fresh lime, but if all you have is lime juice, that works too. I've heard people say that they use lime pop. Yeah, you could do that. I don't know that I would, but you can. So that's this step here done. So in a few minutes, I'm going to get ready and we're going to start frying up our beef and our vegetables. And we're almost done. This is really an effortless dish. It really is. So we'll be back. Okay, so we're back for now. So what we're going to do is we're going to heat up the oven. I've got my wok. We're going to use this for our vegetables. And I got my cast iron for the meat. And like every other meat, you do not touch, once you put the heat on, you never, ever, ever touch that with your bare hands. Use a cloth, something else. We've got 2 packages of medium lean burger. I've got some green peppers. I've got some mushrooms, some onion. We've got some tomato paste, peaches and cream corn. I'm going to use a little bit of barbecue sauce for the beef. It's going to go good that way, I think. And what we're going to do is we're going to let the beef cook, and we're going to grind it down so that it's nice and crumbly. The vegetables, we're going to put on low because they're not going to take long to cook. I'm going to use a little bit of pico picante spice, and I'm going to use a little bit of fajita spice. Now, in Paul's Kitchen, the one thing I try to preach to people, cook for your audience. Now, some of the people that I live with cannot handle heat at all. They don't like beans, so I'm not going to use beans. And I'm not going to use any heat in it, because if I do that, then it's not going to go well. Where this is a taco plate, I'm actually got some... we're just in the process of moving, so yeah, things are a little messy right now, but they're getting there. So I've got some Tostitos rounds, and that's what our taco dish is going to be there. Our rice is all done, so we're almost ready to start plating up. So take your time, let your pan heat up a little bit before you throw your beef in there. I might actually just do 2 runs with it, just so I don't have to stress out and have too much in there at once. But I am feeding 4 people, so I kind of want to have enough that, it's going to be more than just one meal, because it kind of sucks to have to, keep cooking every day if you don't really want to do it. So when everything's done here, I'll be back and we'll show you that. And we're almost ready to start plating, and I'm actually going to have some help to actually hold the camera for me for a few minutes so that I can actually show you. So we'll be back. So we're back, and I don't have help right now, so we'll just have to deal with that. So I got my veggie and tomato mix right here. We got our beef here. It's all cooked, and you want to make sure that you're making sure everything's all properly cooked. Now, the key component here, if you choose to use ground chicken, you have to make sure you're not contaminating, because ground chicken, messing around with that can really make you sick. But you give me 1 second here. Thank you, Mercury. So we got our rice ready. We got that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this, and I'm going to use my stirring arm, and we're going to just pour this right into the beef. That's all right. My wife's going to come out later, and Chef Amy's going to do all the cleaning. Since she'd rather work than actually help me, then she can do all the cleaning. And I'm mostly... I hope you could hear that.
I'm getting us money.
So we want to make sure we mix this all in really good, because we don't want to have somebody sit down and take a bite and it's all veggie or all tomato. We want to have a mixture of everything. So we're going to make up one plate, and then we're going to... And that will be it. So giving this a good little mix. And it'll taste really good. Now, again, I'm not using any hot spice, because if I do, somebody else that's with us is going to really suffer for it. So we don't want to do that.
Sorry for hyper focusing on the food.
Mercury's really excited. So we're going to have our half guacamole mix, and we're just going to put 2 spoonfuls in there, because we don't really need a whole lot. Then we're going to put some rice in. Don't want to put a whole lot in, because we really don't need it. Mercury, our camera person, is very easily excitable. She would be my daughter. She's an amazing young lady, and if you ever talk to her, you'd really love her. She's an amazing person. But just behave yourselves, because Daddy will get mad. And then we're going to put a little bit of cheese in here. Like I was telling Mercury, you don't want to overload things with cheese, because it becomes greasy and it's just not that good after that. And that's basically it. So we're going to serve this with a fork and some chips. The first person to get this is going to be Alicia, which you've all seen her before. And that's it. So this is our taco bowl. A little bit of a mess. Make sure you have a napkin or something with you. And if you're Chef Amy, make sure you have like 10 or 20, because Amy makes a mess with everything. Don't ask me why, but it is what it is. So thanks a lot, and we really appreciate you, and thanks for watching, and join again.